Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Off play action, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Throwing again is Fields. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks. Setting the tone there, one of the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie that stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. For week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Running right, here's Achane. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running left, Achane. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, back to HN. Still going. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now Fields. He finds Austin complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. That's caught by Myers. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Achane. And he's got room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Fights him off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Raiders at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat. And they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, a run by Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. That punt returned 66 yards, and it goes the distance.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And now following the safety, they'll have the football with a chance to take the lead as they begin following the free kick with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. 174 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8
How's
ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. A give, running right, Achane. A strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
And they'll give this to Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Addison will go in motion left. Here's Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A run now from Achane.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
They'll go for it. Here's Hader. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Achane will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. Hader will look to throw for this.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they like to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there and worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Right back to Achane on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And
there he goes, left side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
On first down, Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Completes it to Austin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Chubb. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now it's Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. T.J. Hockenson from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead here this third quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. What would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
232 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Right back to Achane on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown Las Vegas. Devon Achane, 62 yards. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Broncos have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Achane.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In motion right is Addison. Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Running left, Achane. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hayner looking to throw.
That escapes the sack. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically take it right down Broadway. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
An extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
Loose inside the 30.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 27-yard line. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Back to throw. Fields. It's Myers again with another catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On second down, here's the option.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Fields going to keep it running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall over the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Here's a toss left for Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Hayner here from the gun.
Jones has it. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Here's Hayner. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Back to the ground, Achane.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Again, it's Achane.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Here's Achane. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On 3rd down, Achane.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Gay's kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? There's another field goal the other way. That does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Fields. Pass complete to Chubb. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Here we go.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. On Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now Fields
dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
He's up to the 20, and he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down. And
10 seconds, 8 to be precise. We get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. On the toss, here's Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now Fields going to keep it run left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson, and he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now is really a glorified wide receiver, they're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Again, Fields. Open here, Adam Thielen. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. To throw is Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
first down. They'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Off play action, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Fields now to throw. That is caught. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Broncos, they played through till the end, a week.